It's about my 8-month stretch relaxer. So I'm very proud of that. So I want to make a dance about it. So keep on watching. I will be showing you the product that helped me through technique. And finally, the protective style, as well as the hair vitamin that I took for 6 months. Let's not forget that. So I'm going to be adding my final thought on that hair vitamin challenge that I had. Madness. Keep watching. Back to another video. Let me take you guys through what has helped me through have gone through full 8 months of relaxer stretch. Of course, 6 months of it was planned and the other 2 months wasn't planned. But today's video, I want to share with you guys the little things that have helped me, the things I've kind of sticked with that help the whole thing kind of come together in the end. Never mind my fluff bushy hair. I've just washed my hair. I'm in the middle of air drying, so I'm gonna regret this because I want to attempt to, you know, trim the ends a little bit. So I've never trimmed my hair on an air dried hair before, so today might be a first. Whatever. Anywho, let's get started. As far as shampoo goes, I pretty much stick to what works. So I was shampooing with her. Every now and again, I shampoo with her. One and only Argan oil and the cream of nature Argan oil. Both shampoos are both sulfate free. So this is gonna be a talk you through video. Do stick around to see if you will find something here that I have done or used technique that might also help you out. So just grab yourself a cup of coffee and sit tight. All right, those were the shampoo I used, but there's one shampoo I was using as a clarified shampoo. I need to show you guys. So we're up. Let me go get it. The ORS cream aloe shampoo. That is the shampoo I was using once a month to fully kind of get rid of all the product build-up from, you know, from when the month starts to the end of the month. So I was using that as a clarifying shampoo. As far as deep conditioning goes, I was rotating, especially from 4 months post. I was not experimenting with product anymore. I was rotating between Queen Helene cholesterol, which is the moisturizing based conditioner, and ORS replenishing conditioner. So I swear by those. Those are one of those products that I keep coming back over and over because they just work. So those are the deep conditioner I was using. But because we're in the middle of lockdown, I was getting feeling a bit nippy that I'm gonna run out of that or any products that I've mentioned, especially deep conditioner. I end up using that, which you guys know how I feel about that. I actually have 10 at a time. I stock up on this, stock up at home, so I knew I was gonna be fine as far as the Garnier Fruities Ultimate Blend hair food goes. I have loads of those, so I was missing that, having some of this and adding some oil to it as part of my deep conditioning routine. So I will leave that and use that instead of, I will use this instead of that. Does that make sense? With oil, just to plump it up a little bit more as a deep conditioner. So the oils, I will add some pictures or video clip somewhere there or there so you can see my oil collection. And that is not what you're seeing on the screen there. That is not even all of it. So mental. So I will add oil into that and use that as a deep condition for that week. Because if I'm gonna make the time to deep condition, I am gonna make sure what goes in are exactly what my hair is gonna respond to. Makes sense, doesn't it? So that is a deep conditioner. Leave-in wise, I was rotating between that, the Mega Growth Break Free, another staple of mine, and that. You guys know how I feel about that leave-in, so I love that. Then when I want to rotate it, or if I have braid, I spray that on because it's very easy to spray, because obviously it says spray. I was going with the Cream of Nature Strength and Shine Leave-In Conditioner by Cream of Nature, so I will use that as a spray. What else? I'm not big at oiling my scalp. What I do use for my scalp during the time was Alpecin caffeine leave-in conditioner. I talked about this on one of my videos while back. This, it said it strengthens the root of the hair and reduces hair fall. It's a leave-in conditioner. It's almost like water consistency. It's not oil based. That's what I like about it. So I will put that Alpecin into that, because the lid, when you open it, where the product come out is quite big, so it's a waste. It just all fall out, and it's not very cheap. It's not a very cheap product. So I will put it in there, and then it's just easier for me to apply to my scalp. So when I have cornrows, my scalp is itchy, or what have you, it really, there's something strange about that product. It just clean your scalp, and I don't know, I can't explain it. I really cannot explain it. All I know is it just help get rid of itchy scalp when I'm not able to wash my hair and my scalp feel really so I put that on, work a treat. Moisturizer wise, I was using the Elasta QP olive oil and mango butters. I was rotating between that again. You guys know my leave-in kind of double as a moisturizer, so I was going in there with that and that and that. So if it's a leave-in, I also use it as a moisturizer, as a hair moisturizer. Another fact to that is the fact that my hair responds better with cream based product as opposed to oil based product. Let me show you an example of what I mean. If I have, right, that is a good one. See, this is another cream of nature product, but it's an oil based moisturizer, hair moisturizer. So that means when I put that on, it give out this sheen on my hair, leave it with sheen. But because this is a cream, this is water based, when I put this in, it just as if you moisturize. You know, when you after shower, when you moisturize your body, moisturize but without leaving any sheen. So I get sheen from oil based moisturizer, and I just get pure moisture, no oil left. This absorbs better with my hair than oil based. Does that make sense? I think so. That is that. What else have I missed? Detangling wise, absolutely all day long I stick with my Menatel detangler. I have about 5 of this at one time, so I can never run out of this. Never. So another technique I stick with was mixing these oils along with that one, this Garnier Fruities Ultimate Blend Moisturizing Conditioner. So I will put one part of this, maybe another part. When I say another part, I mean an oil mix. Let's say I've mixed all my oil concoction there, then I'll fill it back up, fill the top up with that. So it's no longer kind of hot oil treatment anymore, but at the same time it's like I use it as a pre-treatment shampoo, pre-shampoo treatment. You know, I always say that in the other way around. So I will use that as a pre-treatment thing, whatever. Put out my hair, wrap it, go on that dry for 15 minutes, and then detangle. I never skip that step. That really helped a lot because it was helping to soften my hair, soften the new growth, which I desperately need my new growth to be soft. So oils, any oil of your choice. It doesn't have to be what I used. Add your leave-in or treatment of your choice, or even just regular rinser conditioner. I was adding it to it and mix it up and apply it to my scalp. I do have a separate video on that. So that was what I was doing prior to washing my hair. Then I will go on and deep condition, leave-in, what have you. That is that. I feel like I'm missing something. As far as detangling comb method, where I gently tug on my hair a little bit and go under it with a comb. Stretch, that is the word. My new growth will be stretched. When I put a little tension on it, then I can go in with comb. It wouldn't even matter at some point what condition I'm using. This technique work a treat. So I was using that technique in every of my wash day. I was not necessarily washing my hair every single week, because during the lockdown I had really hard time. I have difficult time. I've never been so stressed in my entire life like I have been during that lockdown. I'm not gonna bore you guys with what went on, but all I can say is, when I say I don't know how I still have hair in my hair, that is what I guess I'm referring to. Which then take me to the last point of today, which is the hair vitamin. What is my thought on the hair vitamin? You guys know, or those that don't know, I was on vitamin challenge for 6 months, wasn't I? And that was the vitamin. I was just about to burn it. I said, no, I can't burn this yet until I show you guys who haven't perhaps seen the previous video. That was the vitamin I was taking. I left 2 in there just to show you. It's humongous. So if I still have the video I made, little clip I made, I'll look for it and put it somewhere here. It broke me up. This broke me out like mad. I had a really bad experience as far as if breaking me out good. It was horrible. So I was taking that once a day, 2 tablets a day for 6 months unfailingly. But now that it's done and dusted, I'm slightly, you know, recovering from the madness it's left me with, which is, you know, dark spot and what have you. What is my thought? So when I said I don't know how I still have hair in my hair, I strongly believe that this vitamin did contribute somewhat. I'm not gonna, you know, say it's the holy grail, go run and get it and that is what's gonna make your hair grow overnight. I'm saying I would recommend it. I'm saying it did help. I feel I'm not saying anybody else, don't quote me on it. I'm saying I feel like it did help a little bit because the thickness on my hair was really good. And also another thing I noticed is the shedding and breakage was minimum. So obviously the less hair on the floor, the more hair on your head. So 8 months of this carrying on, should I say 6 months of this, must have done something. It has to be, because when you're stressed, we all know what stress can do to our hair, right? So I've gone through what I've been through during the time I was doing my stretch and the pandemic and what have you. I was really stressed. So I have the feeling, I just think this product did help a little bit. Will I try this very brand again? I don't think so. So I suppose my hunt for vitamin or any supplement of any kind of continues, because I definitely won't be trying that brand. So will I be recommending vitamin in the future? Absolutely yes, I will be recommending. Do give it a try. Obviously do your research and make sure whatever you try is gonna work for you. And that then lead me to protective styling. I did one braid, that braid with color that you guys saw. I kept that on for 4 weeks. I did one crochet braid which I kept for 2 weeks. I wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it. Kept that on for 2 weeks. The duration of the time, I just end up wigging it because it was just much easier. 10 times easier. I can moisturize my hair. I can do whatever I want. If I want fresh hair to my scalp because, you know, I'm overly stressed, I just take my wig off and sort the rest. So wig the rest of the time, apart from the 1 month I kept the braid and the 2 weeks of crochet, the rest of the time I just stick with my wig routine because that works. I don't know, I have the feeling I am missing something, or I have left something out, but I am gonna try to list down below all these products that I have used. Before I go, I just wanted to ask the most important thing to keep in mind if you are stretching your relaxer, if you are even your hair is natural, is to have patience. I know some week I end up just keeping my wash day up together because I haven't got enough time to put all the process I usually do in order to have a successful wash day. If I don't have that time to be able to do that, I would rather not wash my hair that week. But one thing I did unfailingly, whether I'm tired, whether I'm stressed, whatever my situation was, one thing I did not miss was moisturizing my hair. I moisturized my hair as if my life was depending on it. Boom, said it. So I did skip deep conditioner, like I said, here and there due to time problem, because you know, once my hair is wet, there is no going back. So I need to follow it through once I head into that shampoo. So reducing breakage, reducing thingy, what have you, it was just too much. So if I cannot make time for my whole full routine, which is doing my pre-shampoo treatment and finding time to detangle fully was, and obviously putting my deep conditioner of choice that I've used, obviously that have proven that work on, going under the dryer. If I cannot make time for all these routines, then I just rather not wash my hair at all. So I think this is everything else. That was a must, if that make any sense to anyone. And obviously my white tooth comb, this has been a staple of mine for years. I'm glad I got it from Amazon years ago. I still have it. It's still going strong. I think this is all the things, all this technique as well as products that I believe that have helped me through to be able to achieve a full 8 months stretch. That is even a record for myself. So I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud that I've done it. And most importantly, I want to thank you all so much for sticking with me and supporting me on my free hair journey. And throughout this, you all just stand there and support me. So I'm very grateful for it. I'm going to leave you all here now, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.